This is 19-year-old Ashanti Monk. Sadly, she was killed in a shooting at a house party over the weekend. The search is now on for the person who pulled the trigger.
All I can really tell anybody, like, if you never lost, like, a sibling or, like, a child, like, I don't think anybody wants to feel that pain. I'm telling you, nobody. It's not a good pain at all.
"19-year-old Ashanti Monk, affectionately known as Tay Tay to family and friends, was a sweet and outgoing young girl who loved spending time with loved ones. She was known for her beautiful smile, her dimples, her beautiful spirit, and most importantly, her strong faith in God. Even at a young age, Ashanti proudly leaned on her faith to get her through any and everything. According to those who knew her, she made everyone around her feel loved, no matter who you were. She had a unique way of making the rough times easier. Although the youngest of all of her siblings, she was described as a tough and fearless girl who wasn't afraid to speak her mind and stand up for what she believed in. One of the things Ashanti was looking forward to the most was her father, her twin, being released from prison. In her own words, she said, "When my twin get out, I want everybody to stand on what they've been trying to stand on. Strictly business. Free my daddy. You ain't got long at all, Pops." Like most teens her age, Ashanti decided to hang out with friends at a local house party. Never could anyone have imagined that what was supposed to be a fun night would take a turn for the worst. Just before 2 a.m. on March 17th, Harnett County sheriffs responded to the area of 249 Sundowner Lane after receiving multiple 911 calls in reference to shots being fired. Upon arrival, they would locate a chaotic scene and an unresponsive teenage girl lying on the ground.
Well, the shooting happened early Sunday morning. There was a party back at that house on Saturday night. We can't go back there because there's no trespassing signs. But the sheriff right now is looking for suspects. The home where the party took place sits on a secluded lot behind a new housing development. At 1:47 Sunday morning, the Harnett County 911 Center received multiple calls about shots being fired at the home on Sundowner Lane in Anger.
The victim was identified as 19-year-old Ashanti Monk, who was sadly pronounced dead at the scene after succumbing to a gunshot wound. While emergency crews were at the scene, the Harnett County 911 Center received an additional call that a 21-year-old male and a 19-year-old female arrived at a nearby hospital with gunshot wounds. Both victims were treated for non-life-threatening injuries and released. A look into the investigation revealed a party consisting of roughly 100 partygoers was being held at the home on Sundowner Lane when out of nowhere, shots were fired, striking multiple individuals, snatching Ashanti's life away from her at the blink of an eye. All she wanted to do was have fun, spend time with friends, and have a good time. Instead, she would lose her life in the process, never getting to share that special moment with her father ever again. Ashanti's sister and best friend, who were with her at the party, recalled several fights occurring before multiple gunshots were heard. They had no idea that Ashanti had even been shot until they stumbled upon her bullet-ridden body lying on the ground, leaving everyone completely devastated, angry, and confused. In a heartbreaking Facebook post, her mother stated the following: "There are no words to express how much I miss my gorgeous baby girl who left this world far too soon. The memories of our talks keep replaying in my mind like a broken record because nothing brings me greater solace than remembering all we shared as mother and daughter, whether it was giving guidance on important matters or sharing secrets only known between ourselves. Those discussions strengthened our bond beyond blood ties. My adorable little angel referred to me by calling out Mama. Losing someone so dear feels overwhelming without any explanation. Friends and family gathered for a balloon release to celebrate and honor Ashanti's life, a life gone too soon. Most importantly, they prayed for justice."
Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Roughly 1 week after the shooting, deputies would announce the arrest of 23-year-old Darian Wellington Gale of Dunn, North Carolina. He was charged with 1 count of murder, 2 counts of attempted murder, 2 counts of assault with a deadly weapon with intent to kill, inflicting serious injury, 14 counts of discharging a firearm into occupied property, 1 count of possession of firearm by felon, 1 count of felony flee to elude with a motor vehicle, and 1 count of driving with a revoked license. Gail is being held at the Harnett County Detention Center on no bond.
She had a lot of good people on her team. She loved everybody.
Jada Monk says her younger sister Ashanti was tough and wasn't afraid to tell you what she thought.
We argued, but at the end of the day, everybody knew we did love each other.
Overnight Saturday, Jada, her sister, and their friends went to a party near Sundowner Lane. Just before 2 a.m. Sunday, Harnett County received multiple 911 calls about shots fired in the area. Jada saying it was scary.
It was. To hear so many shots like that, yeah, it was.
Investigators say about 100 people were at the party. When deputies arrived, they found 19-year-old Ashanti with a gunshot wound. She was pronounced dead at the scene.
We didn't know, honestly, until about 10, 20 minutes afterwards. So it was just kind of like a shock to us.
Jaden Everett has known Ashanti since kindergarten.
A very bright spirit. You know, she just was always smiling, always singing, always talking, always laughing.
Jaden and Jada are both grieving.
It ain't easy, but we holding in there.
They say they never thought they'd be talking about Ashanti like this.
I had a tough sister. For her to be the youngest, she was tough.
But they're holding memories of Ashanti close, looking back at old pictures and videos.
Even when I play it now, like videos on my phone, hearing her just talking and laughing, and, you know, it makes me smile. It brings me happiness for sure.
On March 23rd, a funeral was held for 19-year-old Ashanti Monk at the Dafford Funeral Home Chapel in Andrew, North Carolina. Her final resting place was the Rest Haven Cemetery in Dunn, North Carolina. It is still unclear why the suspect began shooting in the first place. Out of 100 people at the party, no one saw anything that led up to the shooting. All of these details are still a mystery, and the case remains ongoing.